Alright fam, here we go. We're gonna spend 1 million Stardust. And this is actually gonna be a pretty hard choice on what I should do, but definitely we want to start off with this Kyogre. Kyogre is the most powerful Pokemon in the game. I pinned it head to head with Mewtwo, supposedly the most powerful Pokemon. And how do you decide what Pokemon is the most powerful? You pin them against each other and see which one takes down the other one most efficiently. And Kyogre took down Mewtwo more efficiently than Mewtwo took down Kyogre, meaning Kyogre is more powerful. So we're going to level up all these Pokemon in this video to level 30 because that is a good break point. Most Pokemon can do the most amount of damage with their quick move at level 30. So if you're wondering what level 30 is, that's when you power up to 5,000 Stardust and then power up 2 more times. That's level 30. Now of course we don't have access to legendary raids to where you can catch them at level 35 like you can with Pokemon in the wild. I do also recommend that if you catch a pretty decent IV Pokemon level 35 in the wild, that is better than powering up a lower leveled, very high IV'd Pokemon. You're saving Stardust, and that Pokemon's already more powerful than your lower IV'd, low level Pokemon anyway. And we ran out of Kyogre candy. Wow, so let me go ahead and feed some candies to this. I'll be right back. Okay, that should be enough to get us to level 30. It's going to be around, I think, 3,600 CP. Kyogre, out of the two, Groudon and Kyogre's my favorite. Rayquaza, we will be powering up a Rayquaza as it's the most powerful dragon type in the game right now. Gonna go ahead and actually speed up some of these two. Actually, well, maybe not. We're there already. And one more, and there we go. This is a level 30 Kyogre, 100% IV beast. Alright, so let's just keep going down the line here. I plan on powering up this Dragonite. I did get a shiny Dragonite. I think a lot of people got a shiny Dragonite on the event day. I'm just going to power it up to level 30, just like I said with everything else. Well, we might go a little bit farther than that. Let's try and break the 3,000 mark. Because, hey, it's a green Dragonite. It's pretty cool. And there we go, a green Dragonite shiny over 3,000 and has Draco Meteor. Pretty awesome stuff. So that's something I definitely wanted to do regardless of IVs. That's just absolutely phenomenal. Now let's go ahead and go down the line here with my good IVs. I would spend some Stardust on these, but I always prioritize at least 93% IVs or higher. But for this video, we're going to go even higher. We're going to power up some Pokemon in the 95 range. And actually, I'm going to start with this Aggron. I actually did an Aggron raid 2 days ago to get this bad boy. I'm finally happy that I got a good IV'd Aggron. And it's already level 25. It is a boosted one. So let's power this up to level probably 32 instead of level 30, because I don't have that much power-ups to go to get there. So here we go. Now I'm gonna go ahead and power up a couple more times because I just want to break the 200 or the 2,600 mark. Aggron, should you power it up? That's actually a very good question. I like Aggron. It's a pretty good steel type. It's not gonna be the best steel type. Metagross is better, but I mean, Aggron is still usable. It's still a very powerful Pokemon, and I think it's worth powering up personally. If you don't think so, that's fine. But I think it's personally worth powering up. Oh, let's see here. This is always a struggle. Well, let's go ahead with an already boosted Groudon, and let's make it level 30 as well as we did for Kyogre. Alright, and with this power up, we have a level 30 Groudon at 3477. Now let me remind all of you, Groudon will be the best, well, is the best ground-type Pokemon in the entire Pokemon generations. The best one, so getting a powerful Groudon is pivotal if you need to use a ground type for stat advantages, type advantages. So with the limited amount of time that we have now, with Groudon being out again, if you don't already have a good one, make sure you're trying to get a good one, because again, Groudon is the best ground type of all time. Now, I think we've already powered up an Articuno high enough. What else do we need to power up that's a beast? Well, you know what? We could go ahead and send this Zapdos over 3,000. I think that would be pretty cool. Just let Zapdos break that 3,000 mark. And there it is. That looks awesome. So we're just going to go ahead and stop there on that. I would like the Blissey to break the 3,000 mark. We might come back and do that one. And we do have a good Dragonite that probably should get some more love. But again, my take on doing that is level up your Pokemon to level 30 first. Start there and then focus on the Pokemon that you need to power up after that. Because there's some Pokemon that you might power up to level 30 and keep there on purpose. And then there's other Pokemon that you want to power up further to enhance your power. Now, Rayquaza. This one's going to take a little while, so let's get cracking. Well, we're going to go ahead and actually stop here. I don't have enough Rayquaza candies to power it up further, so I'll probably end up doing a couple more raids before Rayquaza's gone, March 15th, I believe. But why should you power up Rayquaza? It's obvious. It's the strongest dragon type in the game and should be throughout the entire game, especially if they do Mega Evolutions. Arguably, Mega Rayquaza is the most powerful Pokemon being in the entire Pokemon universe, so you want to get a good Rayquaza if you haven't already. That should be a top priority. And Dragon Tail Outrage is the best moveset as well. Okay, moving on. We've got a Blaziken that we could power up to level 30. Thinking about it, we have another Groudon, a better one, a 97.8 that we could power up to level 30. Until Suicune gets a buff, which means a better quick move, we might power up Suicune in the future. But let's go back to Blaziken. Let's power up this Blaziken to level 30. And with this power up, Blaziken will be level 30. Now, why would you power up Blaziken? Blaziken is a good fighting type Pokemon. It actually has access to the best fire moveset as well. As you can see, Fire Spin and Overheat. Now, granted, I'm actually probably going to change that to Counter and Focus Blast. A very, very, very powerful fighting moveset. And everyone could always use another good fighting Pokemon in their party for taking down any Pokemon that is weak to fighting. So, with that being said, should you power up Blaziken? Absolutely. It's a good fire attacker, but it's even better fighting attacker, as there's only basically Machamp and Hariyama. So, having a Blaziken with Counter and Focus Blast should be not a priority, but you should definitely look into it. Now we're going to have to go back up and find some more Pokemon to power up. Let's go ahead and give this Dragonite some more love like I mentioned earlier. Probably gonna break the 3,200 mark. It's really hard to spend 1,000,000 Stardust, by the way. If you ever happen to save up that much Stardust, it's not easy to spend it all. It takes a while. But yeah, let's see. Oh no. 3,200. I think we're gonna keep going, fam. Let's keep going. Let's do, I mean, we could just max it out, couldn't we? Nah, let's go 3,300. Let's make it a beast, but let's go 3,300. One more. Here we go. It costs a lot of candies too, and that's something that I tend to forget about. I think a lot of people do. So there we go, 3,300 Dragonite. Let's go ahead and get a 3,300 Lugia. That would be amazing. Lugias are really good to use against Machamp raids. Anything that's weak to Psychic. Lugia is a tank, probably one of the tankiest Pokemon in the entire game. That massive defense is absolutely ridiculous. I like Lugia. Ho-Oh's my favorite, but I like Lugia. I don't know very many people that don't like Lugia, to be honest. Just an absolute boss when it comes to being a Psychic attacker. Definitely recommend powering this guy up. Now, a lot of questions have been surfacing, are we going to see the return of some legendary Pokemon? We will. If you didn't get a chance to catch a good Lugia, we will get another chance down the road. I almost guarantee it, because this year is the legendary year for Pokemon, so we'll be seeing a re-release of all the other legendaries that we've had previous. But there you go, 3306 Lugia. Nice. Let's actually go ahead and go back to the top. There's some Pokemon that I want to give more love. Raikou. Raikou is the best electric attacker that we have in the game right now, and I definitely want to bust this bad boy past 3,000. Probably 3,200 mark, that's near max, so let's go ahead and see if we can do that. How many candies do we have? We have 22 candies. Let's just go ahead and use what we have. It looks like we probably won't break the 3,200 mark, but because we're going to be one candy short. Yep, 2 candies short. So 3062. Still broke the 30k mark. That's awesome. Let's go ahead and give this Tyranitar some more love. I should technically max this out. I should technically max out all my 100 IV Pokemon, but I just don't want to do that right at the moment. PvP still isn't out. We still don't have a time frame for PvP. That is literally the only reason why you would ever max out any Pokemon, is because of PvP. So you can get a competitive edge, that advantage over your opponent. So what's my take on maxing out Pokemon? You can do it if you want, but there's no competitive edge over it. It's not going to help you deal that much more damage to where you're missing out on damage balls and raids, because right now that's really all that matters, is getting damage balls from raids. But powering up Pokemon to max isn't going to do that much difference. Let's hit this 3,400 mark. There we go. Wow, that is a big Tyranitar. We're gonna go ahead and stop there. My goodness. You know what? This is a Pokemon I've kind of wanted been maxing out. I'm actually gonna max this out. I've spent the Stardust on it. I want to max out Vileplume. I just think that'd be really cool. Vileplume is a pretty cool Pokemon, I think personally. I like Vileplume a lot. It's got a pretty solid attack stat of over 200, so it's nothing to shy away from. And we're so close to maxing it out, let's go ahead and do it. I was tired of looking at the 8,000 and it being level 35. Let's just go ahead and max it out and get it over with. Do I recommend maxing out of Vileplume? No, but this was one of my very first ever 100%ers that I've ever gotten, so there's some sentimental value here. And we are so close to maxing it out. I'm not sure what it maxes out at. We're gonna see. 15 candies. Oh my gosh. That's it. There you go, fam. 2367 is a maxed out Vileplume. Whew, she's gorgeous. Well, I should say. Oh, yes. Let's power up this Melodic. I have a Melodic, 100%. Now, I only have 50 candies, so I'm going to go ahead and bust these. This is going to take a little while, so let's go ahead and fast forward this process. We're running out of candies here. I think we got one more power up to do, and we do. So almost level 30. Having a 100% melodic is probably one of the rarest things in the game at this point. Very hard Pokemon to obtain. Let's see. What should we do, fam? This is always a struggle. What should you spend your Stardust on? You should always spend your Stardust on Pokemon that you're using a lot of, and this is one of them for me personally. I use a lot of Executor, especially this one because it's my most powerful one. We only have about 300k Stardust to burn through, so I'm thinking we're gonna burn through this one. Let's max out this Executor. Might as well. I've already spent a bunch of Stardust in it previously. We might as well go ahead and just cap it off and get it done with. Now, I do have another 100% IV Executor, and I actually plan on trading it once trading comes out. I would love to give somebody 100% Executor. It is very meta-worthy, and it will be part of the metagame for the generations to come. Executor is a beast. It's a very powerful Pokemon, and it always will be. So it will always be usable in the metagame. And it maxes out like 29 something, I believe. We're almost there. Holy cow, this is massive. This is a massive Executor. It's hard to believe how big Executor really is until you start powering it up. Man. It is eating my Stardust too. Holy smokes. Well, here we go. I believe we have 2 more power-ups. Yep, we have one more. One more power-up. This should be at 29 something. 2916. And there we go. 100% IV Executor maxed out. We've maxed out 2 Pokemon now. That is insane. Wow. Alright. Let's go back down to the 95s. Is there any 93s that are worth powering up? I don't think so. Not yet, at least. I don't want to prioritize those yet. We do have a 93 Koger we could power up. This is always the struggle, finding something that's very worthy to power up. I like Shiftry, but I don't really want to power that up. Walrein would be good to power up, to be honest with you guys. I already have it. Let's see. Best moveset. We could power this up a little bit more. Gyarados is a beast. It's very worthy in the metagame, and it'll stay that way. Gyarados even has a Mega Evolution come Gen 6. So it becomes a beast quick. So if you have a good one, I would power it up. Again, I'm only maxing this one out because I invested a lot of Stardust in it previously anyway. I guess there's another hint to whether you should max out a Pokemon or not. If you've already previously invested a lot of Stardust into it, definitely do it. But make sure, if you haven't already, guys, smash that like button. Let me comment down below. Let me know if you guys have powered up any very powerful Pokemon that you like. Which ones do you recommend powering up? I want to hear what you guys think in the comment sections down below, because this is one of the funnest things you can do in the game. Making yourself stronger. It is a very good feeling, and it's a lot of fun. And here we go. That should be a maxed out Gyarados. And yep, there it is. 3260 maxed out Gyarados. Awesome. Very awesome. Blissey. I mentioned I wanted to power up a Blissey, so I guess we'll dump just a little bit. Let's break the 2800 mark, I guess. Because it's boosting that HP stat, and that's what you want for gym defense. The more HP your Blissey has, the more of a pain in the butt it's going to be. And you're increasing its defense slowly too, because right now its damage is already capped. And 2842. Yeah, that's good. That's a little bit bigger than what it was. That'll work. Let's see. We need to dump more Stardust into this Machamp and make it level 30. I definitely want to make a possibility of duoing a Tyranitar with somebody. Depending on how long Tyranitars are going to be in the actual raid metagame, we don't know. We don't know how long Tyranitar is going to stay. It's stayed ever since last June. So keep that in mind. It's been around for almost a year come next June. Tyranitar might not be around that much longer. So if you ever wanted to duo Tyranitar, make sure you power up your good Machamps. Because duoing Raids is a good feeling. It really is. It's efficient, and you don't have to rely on as many people. Now that sounds bad in a social aspect wise, but it's nice. It's a very nice thing to have, not being able to have to rely on anybody. So 2 more power-ups, and we have another really good Machamp. So I have 2 really good Machamps. That's what I'm talking about. We don't have much Stardust to play with here, so let's see. Let's go back down. Again, this is always a tough thing to do. Always. Wow. Let me know in the comment sections down below too if you guys ever struggle with powering up Pokemon after a certain, after you've been powering up a lot of Pokemon, like which ones do you power up? Like, do I want to power up this anymore? We might as well break 2600, I guess. Actually, we'll stop there because I said we're gonna spend 1 million Stardust, and we're pretty close to spending it right there. We're at 347,339 Stardust. So that's it, fam. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sharing the hype moment with me. Again, smash the like button. Again, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.